Looking at a large data set like this can be daunting. There's a lot of information here. Normally when you want to analyze something, you don't care about most of it. What I'm showing you here is going to be how to get the data you want out of this large data set into some way you can work on it and ignore the bits you don't want. This is a lot of data about cars. This is the cars dataset information which is available in the video description, and I'm using Excel, part of Office 365, but this should work in most spreadsheet packages. What I actually care about here is that I want to analyze the manufacturers of these cars, which is over here, and I want to know about I actually want to care about petrol engines, and I want to know about their noise levels and emissions levels. So the rest of the stuff in this spreadsheet I don't really care about for now, but I don't want to delete this because this is my original dataset. What I'm going to do is put it in a new place where I can do what I need with it. Before we do anything else, let's create that new place. I'm going to do that quite easily and very quickly by clicking on File and New, and then clicking on Blank Workbook. And we see a new spreadsheet has turned up. It's a second window and it's got nothing in it. This is where I'm going to put the data that I want to work with. Going back to the original, I need to grab the data that I want to work with and not take anything else. First thing I would like to take is the manufacturers of these cars. There are a lot of manufacturers, there's a lot of cars in this, there's thousands I think, so dragging with a mouse is a way to select stuff, but this is going to take you a long time. You don't want to have to do that down thousands of rows. The easiest way to grab a whole column of data is not to click on the bit where it describes the column, but it's to click on the name of the column in the spreadsheet package. In this case it's column B. If I click on B, the whole column is selected, as you can see if I scroll down a bit. That's got the whole column selected. What I'd like to do now is tell it to put that column in the computer's memory. They call it the clipboard, and I can click anywhere and where I've selected and click on copy. That's the word for put it into the clipboard, and you can see that's happened when this dashed line appears, starts moving around your data. Once it's in the memory, you need to put it somewhere new. I'm going to my new spreadsheet. It's called Book 5. I can save that later. I got to it just by pressing Control Tab, but where I want it to go is here. Click there, right click, and you can get some options. I don't want to copy anything now. I want to paste something. There are lots of paste options. We'll talk more of those in other videos, but for now I only care about the first one here, just this paste option. If I click that, lo and behold, the data turns up in that column there. Obviously I need some other data, so going back to the original, I'm going to grab the other columns I care about. I'm going to do this even more quickly. I'm going to grab the fuel type, select the whole column by clicking on G. Instead of right-clicking somewhere, I can actually use a keyboard shortcut to copy this, and the keyboard shortcut makes a lot of sense. It's Control C. So hold down Control, press C, and that is the shortcut for copying data. You can see it's happened because this dashed line is moving around the data. Go back to your target place to put the new data in, click where you want it to go, and instead of right-clicking and clicking paste, which I could do still, the shortcut would be to click where you want to go and press Control V. And that is the shortcut for pasting. It is next to Control C, and that's a nice little way of remembering which ones do it. Control C for copy and Control V for paste next to it. I still need some other data. Let's go and get the other bits of data I want. The noise level over here and the emissions levels. Since they're next to each other, I can select both of these columns by dragging across these two. You can see it's got both of these columns now. It hasn't copied them yet. If I press Control C though, it has. You can see this dashed line has turned up around both columns. Go to my new place, click where I wanted it to go, and press Control V to finish pasting it. Now all the data is in a new place, it's in a separate file. I can work on it to my heart's content. There is some more work to do, but that's for another video.